The first public performance. This is a group that was put together with a project sponsored by Creative Scotland, where the senior players of the National Youth Brass Band of Scotland came together during the summer course and had some rehearsals on some ensemble music. Les Neish was responsible for that, and unfortunately he's not here, so I had to stand in and conduct. Hope you weren't too disappointed, guys. So the principals are Callum Blair, Gregor Kazil, Ryan Borthwick, Andrew McMillan, Owen Campbell, Mark Gammon, popular guy, Charlie Boakes, Angus Ritchie, Anna Biggert, and on the drums, Scott Crumleys, the NIBS principals. I think it's quite evident that SAB are keen to have young people involved. 2 weekends ago we had our first NIBS ambassadors, young people who came and helped the NIBS, the SABA volunteers getting bands into their practice rooms, changing rooms, etc., and that was a huge success. And the NIBS principals were hoping that they are going to continue to play. So we're not only just going to have a summer course for 5 days, 6 days, they're going to play throughout the year, so hopefully we'll hear more of them. The first piece was the Stars and Stripes Forever. We're now going to move on and play a piece of music from Malcolm Allen's Little Sweet No. 1. It's called Siciliano. That will be followed by Singing in the Rain, and our final piece will be Amparita Rocca. Thank you. We're going to start that again.
Well, our most grateful thanks to the NIBS principals for that little concert, a little bonus for the evening. We're now ready. The judges have made their decisions. And so may I ask a representative from each of the bands which took part in today's Scottish Open to make their way to the stage and take one of the seats on the far side of the stage. We're still missing representatives of two bands, Kingdom Brass and Newton Grange. If there are representatives from Kingdom Brass and Newton Grange, would you be kind enough to join your colleagues on the stage? Grange. Anybody care to own up to belonging to Newton Grange? Nope. Now, as I said, the judges have made their choice, and so I'm delighted now to welcome to the stage, first of all, the President of the Scottish Brass Band Association, Kerry Boakes. The Honorary Vice President of the Scottish Brass Band Association, Peter Fraser. And the Secretary of the SPBA, Tom Allen. While the office bearers play musical chairs, I'm delighted to welcome Ewan Fox of Four Bars Rest. And from Besson, Ewan Meikle. And now, the two adjudicators who sat through every single note today. John Doyle. And Glyn Williams. Now, Besson have been great supporters of the Scottish Open, and so I'm delighted to ask Ewan Meikle to say a few words.
Good. So we breaking procedure here. We had to recognise this particular time with Alistair Hutton, because this is sadly his last presentation for the Scottish Brass Band Association. So now, most of you will have read in your programme all the different things about Alistair. And if you go into Wikipedia, you'll see a lot more about him, because he had a very, very active life so far. I've known Alistair from way back in the 70s, when he first did some recordings for me, way back in those early days. And he's actually been involved with the Scottish Open from its very first job way back in 2003, I think was the first Scottish Open in the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow, so he's been involved all that time. So we'd just like to make a wee President's Award to Alistair for his work he's done for the Scottish Brass Band Association. We don't all.
We thought we would catch him by surprise before we started our formal proceedings. The President's Award is an award that is donated to or gifted to, presented to special members who not necessarily have been a player or a manager, but we know that Alistair has a very special place in everyone's hearts, and the silky sound of the Scottish brass band movement over the last 19 years, I was being told today, has been Alistair's voice, as Peter has already mentioned. He will be lost, but we do hope, Alistair, that you enjoy a slower pace of life, and I would love nothing better than to see you in March, sitting in the audience, listening to our delightful championship section bands, from championship section down to the community bands at the championship. So thank you, Alistair, and have a healthy and safe retirement. Now I'm looking for... Behind every successful man, there is a successful lady, and you may not know that Alistair is supported at every event, whether it's in the Borders at their contest, or here by Janice, his partner, and a dear friend to our movement. I would like to ask Janice to join us on the stage. She will get me for this afterwards, to accept a token of our appreciation for looking after him and coming and supporting us too.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, I'm afraid, and it's not in the script, but thank you very much indeed to the SBBA. I have thoroughly enjoyed every note that I have heard over the last 20 years or so. So thank you, Kerry, thank you, Peter, thank you, Tom, and all the other members of the SBBA. I don't know how many of you know the significance of this book, but I was 22 years in the TA Parachute Regiment, and so this will be, and survived all of those jumps, just as I've survived the SBBA's concert. So this will be a huge bonus to my library. Thank you very much. Now to return to the script. I was asking Ewan Meikle if he would like to come up and say a word or two as one of the SBBA's most loyal supporters. Ewan.
Congratulations. It's quite something to follow. Alistair is a stalwart to us all, and he will be sorely missed. But good evening. What a fabulous, incredible day. I've tried to listen to as many bands as we can, but it's been incredibly busy outside, which has been quite nice. The venue is just stunning. The amount of comments from bands down south is quite something. It's a venue of such a high calibre and one that we cannot take for granted. Together, Team Saba and their fantastic team of volunteers, wherever you all are in the building, both young and the young at heart, they are all paramount to the success of the Scottish Festival of Brass. So my sincere thanks, and for their continued support, my support to them, but their support to me, most importantly to Team Saba, Peter and Tom, Julie. It's been a real pleasure, and thank you for the support that you give me. So to Team Saba, everybody, thank you very much. This role that I have inherited somehow it gives me the great privilege to witness incredible performances from musical greats and hear and see the future greats develop. Carrie spoke to me almost about 2 years ago. I know it seems like a long time ago, about looking towards the future, the NIBS principles. And what a great addition to the festival, not just this weekend, but a fortnight ago. They have actually done tremendous. Buffet, Crampon, Besson's mother company support a number of initiatives around the world. It's a variety of forms, whether it's contests, to concert sponsorship, all the way to masterclass or tours of Korea that we've supported this year. It's all in an aim to promote and increase engagement, not just of brass bands, but of musicality. The NIBS Principles Ensemble 2022 are really just definitely goes to show what inspiring musicians can do, but not only today, but tomorrow at the Youth Championships. My sincere thanks to the NIBS Principals and Carrie for such a great idea. Fantastic. And their performance today was just truly brilliant. So thank you to them. We stand here today, and it's many times today we've had conversations reflecting on the past, where we were last year at this time and the uncertainty that we were leading into 2022. But we were thankfully all wrong. What a roller coaster of a year it's been. We stand here happily as a banding community and look at what we have achieved. There's so many events, the Euros, the summer schools, the proms, so many fantastic, the Europeans, what an incredible week that was, the Europeans. It's been such an incredible year. The local contests are all back. 2022 has certainly put brass banding back in its prime place. But each event brings its own unique set of challenges, but with that, optimism, pride, all generates a great, great atmosphere and a unique atmosphere at each one. And that's down to you, the band's people, the people that come from London, Yorkshire, Scotland, wherever you've came from this week, or to be here. It's all part to make the Festival of Brass the success that it is. The Besson family have absolutely adored meeting you all at all these events, but it's what drives us, Besson, Saba, to put these events on is you guys. And let's not let this energy disappear into 2023 and continue to support the sustainability of brass banding in the future. The Europeans demonstrated the importance and the value that this energy has. Today, the Scottish Open, the Scottish Festival of Brass, closes the banding calendar, sending the same message from here in Scotland. Best of luck to all the bands and congratulations to everybody today. Thank you all.
Now, this would not be a proper Saba Awards ceremony if we didn't hear from the President. Kerry Boakes.
I think I've only got 27 pages of notes, so we should be okay today. I will be brief. Mr. Doyle told me to use the phrase. I will be brief, and I actually will wear my glasses. I know, and I would like my dinner too, Mr. Gray. First of all, before I offer my thanks to so many people, we have 2 President's Awards to make today, and you may have seen a young gentleman walk onto the stage as Alistair was gifted with his. Today, we would also like to honour Ian Gordon with a President's Award, and to share a few words about Ian, to put the award into context, I would like to invite my second husband, as many people call him, Mr. Tom Allen, Saba's Secretary and Registrar, to the stage to say a few words about Ian Gordon. Tom.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Boakes. It's my pleasure this evening to make an award to a very dear friend of mine, Ian, who has been in brass banding for 60 years. Of those 60 years, 30 years of it has been the face of the registration team. And I would like now to present this award to Ian Gordon. Thank you. At the age, by the way, I should have said, he's decided to retire at the age of 92. So, yeah.
Over to the middle. Ian's saying to me, it's over 60, it's over 60. I just said, you know, time flies when you're having fun in the banding world. So I'm delighted to have presented 2 President's Awards today, and I do hope that our recipients, they are very worthy, do enjoy them for many years to come. Well, my 5-year-old daughter says to me often the word wowzer, and I can only use the word wowzer to describe the day we've had today. What an amazing, phenomenal contest. Absolutely, in Craig's words, fabulous. To everyone that's taken part and organised today's contest, well done, and offer yourself a huge round of applause. Thank you. On behalf of the Scottish Brass Band Association, we really truly appreciate both the bands and the audience, because a contest wouldn't be a contest without them. And it really has been such a huge success. I just want to say a few words, and I do apologise if I leave anyone out before I hand over to our esteemed adjudicators, and the real reason you're all here, because I know what you want to hear next. First of all, to Glyn and John, I'm sure none of you would have wanted to be in the box today, and I'm sure the results will be debated for many a band journey on the way home, but actually I would have hated to have their job today. So thank you, gents. I hope you've had a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you and the band's comments as well as we go through today. First of all, as well, when it comes to our sponsors, this is actually a 3-day event. For those of you that haven't been up before, we had our Scottish Challenge, supported by Band Supplies. 2 weekends ago, we had a fantastic day with bands from sections 1 to 4 performing and participating their own choice of testing piece. And we now have Besson sponsors along with 4 Bars Rest today, and we are delighted that they continue to support the Open. It's testament to the bands that take part, but also testament to the contest that we have here. So thank you very much to them. Nigel Durno is our trade stand organiser and helps us with a variety of musical requests through his Just Music business. Thanks to Nigel and the traders from front of house. I know that the hall looked phenomenal this morning when I came in just before 8 AM, and I know that tomorrow we'll have a whole host of traders back, so thank you to them. Also, there's a group of fabulous young people here who helped to make today a success as well, and I know it's been mentioned already by Ewan. Best have kindly sponsored them. They're looking radiant in their Nibs Principles t-shirts. They are amazing. As many of you know, I coordinate the National Youth Brass Band course in Scotland. We have 3 amazing bands. This summer we had 152 young people. They were amazing, and this is our creme de la creme. So could I ask them, because I told them they had to stay for the results, to stand up, turn round and take a bow once more for being truly super and being here tonight. Behind the scenes, anyone who's involved in contesting, you'll know yourself that so much time, effort, frustrations and work goes into organising any event. We're delighted this year. If you were here last year, we have no meter stick. We had no social distancing in place. It was a challenge last year. So it was lovely to be free and being able to socialise and interact with everyone today, offer a hug, offer a handshake. It's been great, and to help with that, we've had a number of people behind the scenes helping us. Perth Concert Hall staff, yet again, continue to be great, whether they're front of house, whether they're backstage, helping with tapes, electricity, whatever it is that they do, they are always there for us, and they're just great staff to work with, so thank you to them. To our percussion providers, S&M Percussion, they're a dear friend to us, and I know that they've helped a lot of you today, and they've been on hand, so thank you to them. To Team Saba, whether it's our executive members, our trustees, our ambassadors, young and old, looking after everyone so well today, including, of course, our young nibs who are going to be the future on this stage doing what I do, hopefully sooner rather than later. And also, anyone else that's helped behind the scenes that I've missed, can I thank you so much, because it really has been such hard work, but I'm sure you all agree it's been truly worth it. Finally, and I offered these thanks, and this is how I want to end today. I offered thanks 2 weeks ago to all the band managers, to all the committee members, and to all the people who have helped all of our 19 bands get here to this very stage today. I know how difficult and how challenging it is to try again still, as we recover from COVID, to get the performance that you all gave so well today to make it all happen. So could I finally thank you all for coming along. Please have a safe journey, enjoy the friendships, and may they long continue into the night. Come back next year, same time, same place, same venue. But could I ask the managers and all the committee members from all our bands to stand up, and could we offer them our applause to say our thanks to them? Come on, delegates. I know there's more than that, but they're all too shy. There must be more on this stage. Please come back tomorrow. We have got young people from age 4 through to playing, and it's going to be a great day of youth championships. From me, finally, good night, God bless, safe travels, and we'll see you again very soon. Thank you.
Now, all day long, there were two men that you didn't see, but who heard everything. There are two splendid adjudicators. I'm going to ask them to say a word about their impressions of the day's playing. First of all, John Doyle.
I'll make this as brief as I possibly can. We've had a fantastic day. A long day, but a fantastic day. I've decided that I'm never going to judge with Glyn again, because every piece that we heard today, he said, oh, I've won on that in 1997. I won the solo prize on that in 2001. Everyone. But seriously, between us, we have played every one of these pieces, apart from that Metamorphosis, which we kind of know quite well. And I think I can say this in a really positive way, is that some bands today maybe chose a piece that was a little bit difficult for them, and because we played the pieces, we know the kind of pitfalls in there. So what I would say definitely to conductors is just have a really good think when you're picking an own choice test piece, that it's got to suit your band, it's got to be right in terms of technical abilities, it's got to be right in terms of range, soloists. Don't just pick a piece you played a few months back, because obviously it makes a big difference in an own choice contest. The final thing, again, I'm very brief, I want to say a massive thank you to the percussionists. And I say that because they rarely get a mention, they rarely get any kind of praise, but some of the percussion stuff today was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for listening to me. I'll hand you over to Glyn. Oh.
Right, good evening. I'd just like to say how enjoyable today has been, and the choice of test pieces has brought back some fond memories, just as John did mention then, and some bad actually. But anyway, we're not going to go there. But yeah, I'd just like to say how fantastic it was to hear such a wide variety of of test pieces today. And I think to judge a contest like this, you've got to be a bit of a band geek. And I'm quite proud to say that both myself and John are like geeks. And I think we've got to be like that in order to sit through those kind of performances and come up with the right kind of results. I know that you've been working hard on test pieces, but aren't you looking forward to maybe practicing Santa claustrophobia and all your Christmas music coming up? Yeah, it's pretty hardcore having to play all those test pieces, isn't it? But yeah, there's hopefully some light relief for you in the next few weeks coming up. I'd like to say how fantastic the soloists were today. And I'm sure you'd like to join me in thanking them and applauding them for playing so well, all the soloists. So with the results, obviously some people have got to come towards the bottom, some come to the top. Those who came at the bottom just maybe need to work a little bit more on the basics like balance, intonation and on ensemble. And like John said, making sure that you choose the right piece for your band. You know, if you've got a dodgy euphonium player, you're not going to pick Masquerade. You know, so... That's one of my favourite pieces, but I definitely don't want to play it ever again. And obviously the ones who have come up to the top have been able to do all those basics really well, but they've also been able to give something a little bit special. You know, maybe give it some kind of X factor for their performance, you know, being able to control things, having the dynamic range and having the confidence to take risks as well. So I know that some of you might be a bit disappointed, but at least you can go away and really work hard on those aspects. And obviously those who have come towards the top as well will be really chuffed, especially those who have come in the frame. I'd like to thank the organisers again for inviting both myself and John to Adjudicate today. We always have a fantastic time when we come to Scotland, and we've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. So thank you very much indeed, and all the best. See you all in the future.
Well, I think we've kept you long enough from the results. So let's start with the best soloist, receiving the 4 Bars Rest Award of £100, the flugel player from band number 9, City of Bradford. And now the award of the Neil Phillip Memorial Trophy for the best euphonium player goes to band number 19, the Cooperation Band. The band in 4th place, receiving an engraved glass trophy with 194 points, was band number 11, Pemberton Old Wigan DW. In 3rd place, receiving an engraved glass trophy and £250, with 195 points, band number 6, Rainford. And taking 2nd place and receiving an engraved glass trophy and £500 with 197 points is band number 15, Whitburn. And the winners and Scottish Open champions for 2022, receiving the Scottish Open Challenge Trophy, a commemorative banner, £1,000, and an engraved glass trophy for the winning conductor, with 198 points, is band number 19, the Cooperation Band.